Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name is Mo. I'm 29, working on me and my husband's financial freedom journey. And if you're returning, hey friend. So before we get started in this video, obviously you could tell we're talking about the FIRE journey. This journey is for me and my husband, but like I said, before we get started, I do want to let you guys know I am on my journey to 5,500 YouTube subscribers. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Go ahead and do that for me. Thank you guys. I am so excited. I have hit 5,000 subscribers, so I'm so grateful for all of you guys for subscribing. Just a little ways to go, darling. Okay, so if you're watching this, I'm still on my honeymoon. I am trying to be a responsible adult and do things ahead of time. So I pre-recorded this video so it can be posted while I'm still out, you know, in different countries and whatnot. But this right here is our FIRE journey. If you don't know, my husband and I are trying to be, you know, we're trying to be FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early. So what you're seeing on the screen is the very first FIRE goals and assets and liabilities that we did. So basically what we do is we have our goals, which is to retire no later than 40, retire with no debt, retire with our financial independence number, and lower our monthly expenses. Some of these I feel like are very possible, and as time goes on, I feel like some of these are giving, I don't want to say impossible because that's so negative, but it's just giving rough. Okay, so these were our assets and liabilities. Now this was done last year. Yes, this was done last year. We were definitely in the negative, and then we have our financial independence number at 1.5 million, guesstimating or budgeting out our monthly income to 7,700. I wasn't very specific when I first started. I just gave a home a certain amount of money, which was 2,600. I gave food 350, which we've already gone up on that. Then I put debt. I also found out that in your FIRE journey, you shouldn't put debt. You should probably just put those things that you are expecting to have monthly. Why we're not going to put debt? Because we're paying that down vigorously, so we won't have to have it later on, which is why we say retire with no debt. So that was counterproductive, but that's okay. So living and learning lesson, figuring it out as we go. So then November 2023, we do it again. Our assets, so we start off with our assets being about 51,000. I was a little ambitious with my car. Later on, I go down on how much I think my car is worth, which is probably 6,000. We have older cars. It could be worth less than that, but we kind of try to Kelly Blue Book it a little bit. So assets go up a little bit because the 401k goes up, savings goes up. Not really here. I put savings / investments, but anyways, assets go up. But the student loans are down, but they're still higher, and we are still in the negative. Bills are billing, you know, the bills are billing. As you can see, I had our student loans and I went ahead and just scratched that out because why even do it? Now this number right here is like this number here saying how much we would need a year just for our bills and our expenses. And we predicted or budgeted about $8,000 for my husband and both, you know, his money and my money together, at least currently what we currently make. Okay, so the last FIRE video I did was in May. It is September, so that means we got some months in between, and I want to update it and see what it's looking like. So couldn't spell independence, you know, it's okay. Financial independence, retire early. And I do want to put right here because this gets a lot of people. I get a lot of DMs when I talk about FIRE. People love to tell me about myself and retiring early. This is the option to retire early. If we want to be able to do it. But if we don't want to, we might not do it. Some people have there's different type of FIREs, right? It's just, oh, they might just go work at a coffee shop or something. Or go work at a job that they really enjoy, but you might enjoy it, but it might not make as much money, okay? So it's just the option out here. Because I don't know what retire early just puts people, it binds them up, I promise. Okay, so here we were close to being even with our assets and liabilities, because you can still have liabilities, but you can have more assets than liabilities, which I am predicting that we have now. I actually looked at it, our net worth, and we were in the positive. So I'm interested to see after we summed up all the September debt and everything like that, what the numbers look like. But this was just negative 3,000. Not mad at that. Expenses, as you can see, it kind of went up here compared to the last time. last time he said it was what, 2,700. And then this time it was 2,850. Again, the goal is to keep our expenses low, but the reality is, like, car insurance, you can't, you know, that's, I don't know, like, that's mandatory. You go to jail if you don't have car insurance. And then another thing is, sometimes life happens. So God forbid somebody gets in a car accident or something like that. Things happen where your expenses go up, and it depends on where you live. Some people live in places where the car insurance is lower, the rent is lower. Even people will talk about, oh, you own a house, it'll be different. That's also true, but your mortgage can go up. I mean, it's just so many if, ands, or buts that can happen where your expenses can go up. So yes, I would like to keep our monthly expenses lower, but it's just not seeming like it's happening right now. So let's go back to compare November to May. So we went up, and then we also said our monthly income also went up. I was giving a rough estimate here. I feel like I always give a rough estimate, but I think when I do it again, it's probably going to be just a little bit rougher. Just a little bit rougher. Okay, so let's get some paper out so we can do this. I love a good thick paper. Let's spell fire, and let's do it correctly, because it's independence. That ate me up, y'all. Ate me up. Let me know in the comments if you guys actually, like, do this stuff, or if you're thinking about it, or if you just think I'm deranged. Like, do you think I'm crazy? Say it. That's okay. Okay. Financial independence. Okay, retire early. Obviously wrote very big. Okay, so financial independence, retire early. And then we're gonna go ahead and give us a little date. We are 9/20/24. Okay, so we can know where we are with all the numbers. I think we're gonna start off with pink, and then we're gonna get into these assets and liability. I do think I struggle with, like, putting my husband and I's investments down. So we have savings, but I don't put, like, yes, we have IRAs and 401ks, but what I don't put down here is, like, we have other brokerages that just sit. So this one, I'm trying to paint a full picture of what we actually got going on. Okay, so we're gonna say assets, and then we're gonna give us a little do, and then we're gonna say, let's hope I spelled this right, liabilities. Me and spelling, we do not go together, okay? Not at all. So let's hop into it. So first things up, we're gonna put my car. Like I said, I think I was ambitious previously, like the previous months, but I'm sticking with 6,000, because 6,000 is sticking with me. I mean, I hope, I hope. Okay, so then we have furniture. I'm sticking with 2,000 because, like, why not? We probably have more than 2,000, but I like to play it safe than sorry, so we're sticking with that. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is our IRAs, okay? So I put a little S right there. So my IRA currently has about 10,000. My husband has about 6,000 and some change. So we round it down, and we have 16,700. Okay, so that's me and my husband's IRA accounts. And then we have our 401ks. I think this is what really made us our net worth, I don't know, like, go up really quickly, because we didn't know that my husband, well, let me not say we, my husband didn't know that he had a 401k, which means that we didn't know he had a 401k. We knew he had one, but we didn't know his job was making contributions. So I really pressed him about it, begging him to just bring his work computer home. Let's just log into all of the websites that his job gave him. And not only was he out here giving 9%, okay, and his job they do an automatic up of your contribution 1%. He didn't even know that. So not only is he contributing 9%, they are also matching him about 4 or 5%. So he listen. So now we have he has 30,000 in his 401k, and I have 30-something thousand. So we both have 30-something thousand in our 401ks. I just went ahead and round down because it is the stock market. And so now we have about $60,000. This is what really catapulted this is what really just advanced, I feel like, our assets and our net worth. Okay, that 60,000, it makes a huge difference. Okay, so then we're gonna go back to our savings accounts. We have savings accounts for different things. Like, he has an emergency fund, I have an emergency fund. We have a home fund, which has about $10,000 in it. That was a wedding gift from my grandma. So we have a couple of saving accounts, and I feel like 40,000 was ambitious. So I'm just gonna put 35,000 just to, I don't know, play it safe. Okay, then next up, we are going to do cash. We do have a hurricane fund in cash. It has about a little over 800. So I'm just gonna say 800, like to play it safe. And then the next one, we're just gonna put the word invest. So outside of our IRA or my IRA, I have a Fidelity brokerage and I have an M1 brokerage. And then outside of my husband's IRA, his IRA is with Fidelity. He has a one brokerage account, and then he has like it's another account, I can't even think of what it's called, but anyway, so he has one brokerage account outside of that. I'll bring that all together and say we have in our investments account by themselves is $8,400. The thing is, the reason why it's so easy for us to forget about them, because we're not investing in them no more, but as they sit there and they're invested, like the money's in the account, and the account, you know, it's in stocks or whatever, they're gaining or sometimes losing money. It's not a lot of money, but we forget about it until I'm like, babe, let me go see, and you go and let me check, and then you check, and then we check, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we do got some money in there. I know, but this is like, I had my M1 and Fidelity account when I first started off, just trying to invest, taking random people's advice online, especially social media, and I just was making accounts, y'all. I was just making accounts, just trying to invest. So sometimes I forget about it. I have it on my phone, but I need to do better. Okay, so let's just add her all together. We have 6,000 for my car, 6,000 for his car. We're at 12,000. Then we're gonna add 2,000 for furniture. Then we're gonna add 16,700, and that's for both of our IRAs. If you don't know, we are trying to max out our IRAs this year, next year, and every year to come. So that's 16,700, and then we're gonna add 60,000. Okay, that made me nervous. Then we're gonna add, our savings is gonna be $35,000. Then we have $800 in cash, and then we have $8,400 in investments. That's gonna be $134,900. Okay, I said that wrong, but you know, $134,900. Okay. That's actually quite high comparing. So the last time we had $101,300. So now we get into our liabilities. I hate when I put just student loans like that, because I like to see the progression or degression, whatever, of our actual student loans separately. Like you can see in November, his loans was $34,000, mine was $82,800. So I just am gonna do that. I like the O for my husband. Obviously he has less loans than me, and then M for me. Okay, so my husband, he had 2 student loans. We now have one paid off, and his student loans are currently at $24,162.55. Also, my husband was on the save plan. Why is that important? Because now his student loans are not gaining any interest. So we might take a little break just because my student loans are gaining a whole bunch of interest, and we got to get her together. So we're $10,000 lesser. We have $10,000 less on my husband's student loans, and I'm so freaking excited. I'm more excited than he is. Like, I don't know. I love this stuff. But anyways, okay, so when it comes to my student loan, well, we're $10,000 less from November. So that's 10 months. So it's about $1,000 a month. That's actually not bad. I'm not even considering May. But yeah. Okay, when it comes to my student loan, it's going to be $66,536.79. Now, I'm being very specific on the numbers, but as we all know, okay, things go, it's just like the stock market, okay? We got interest on this. So, well, at least mine. So mine can continue to go up and accrue interest, unfortunately. So I'm giving a specific number, but it can change, you know, at any moment. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is add up the $24,000 for his loans and the $66,000 for my loans, and what we have is $24,162.55 for him, plus $66,536.79. So we are under six figures. Okay, look at that. That's definitely progress. So we are now at $90,699.34. When we add the two together, I'm gonna put a negative in front of this because this is for sure negative. This is because what we owe. I'm gonna put a little equal, like so, like such. I'm gonna keep it in orange. I mean pink. Why did I say orange? I'm gonna keep it in pink just because I'll write something else in red. So we're gonna take 134,900, and then we're gonna subtract 90,699.34. Okay, look at us being in the freaking positive. Yeah, why would you put that in red when you're positive? So we have a positive net worth of 44,266. I have had quite a few people ask me, that was a tongue tire, like, oh, if you're positive but you still have so much debt, you must have a whole bunch of money saved in your savings account, or I don't understand how that works. This is how it works. Assets is when you cash it out, how much it equates to. This is not saying what we have on hand though. So boom, we are positive net worth of $44,200.66. I'm so excited. Okay, now we're gonna get into the bills and expenses of it all, darling. And then we're gonna also do the monthly income. All right. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you guys can see. So let's get into the bills. Some things have changed, some things. Hopefully not too much. So rent, I put 1607 here, I put 1608 here. I'm gonna go back to 1608. Our rent is 1607, but we put 1608 aside just because it does better math. I don't know. So INT, this is for our internet, okay? I just decided to round up $52. Electricity, this is gonna be $130. This is an estimate. During the summer months, obviously it goes up, but there's that. Then we have our phone bill. 178 is high, and it's the life we're living. This covers me, my husband, and my mom. And then my mom and I have new phones, which was only extra $5, but still. Then we have subscriptions, that's $22. This is like our Hulu, our Apple Music, and a whole bunch of Apple storage crap. So there's that. So it's $22 for subscriptions. And now where we really take a big difference here is gonna be this car insurance. You see it says, maybe you don't, it says $210, but we're really going up $30 just because it's 2024 and the wind blew and the company said, we're gonna charge you more. So that's $240 for car insurance. Now, we do pay a nice little penny or whatever for our gyms, $72. That's just our choice. And life insurance, at the time, I didn't really know what the life insurance was. I was just guesstimating, but I actually have the exact numbers and it's really just $110. So that brought us down $10. So I'm okay with that one. So we're gonna add these babies up. Okay, so we have 1608 plus 52 plus 130 plus 178, okay, plus 22 plus 240, which is crazy because we have these old cars, plus 72 plus 110, which is why where you live freaking matters, because literally living in New Orleans, or we're not really in New Orleans, but close to New Orleans, it just costs a lot of money. Had we been in the middle of Timbuktu or in the middle of nowhere, you know, life would be different. Okay, so those are bills, and then we're gonna do expenses here. All right, so this has not really changed too much. We strive, this is for monthly bills also, but we strive for food being $400 a month, okay? Do we reach it every month? But most times we try our hardest. So there's that. When it comes to gas, we probably are up on gas right now because it's the summertime, but I'm gonna continue with $60 because let it get cold. we're in there like swimwear. So we're gonna keep this at $460. We're gonna bring these bad babies together. We have $2,412 plus $460, and that's gonna be $2,872. You see how we just keep going up? 2,872. Like I said, the goal is to keep it down, but here we are adding more. Hate that for us. So when we times this by 12, that's $34,464. Okay, why are we doing this by 12? This means this is how much we need a year to just meet bills. Granted, we don't plan on staying in Louisiana or New Orleans or whatever forever, but this is just, we're just trying to assume that this is where we retire, or I think this is pretty high, but so I'm gonna say in a higher living area, but I know some people are gonna say, girl, that is not even high. And you know, to each his own, to each his own. Okay, I want to do it in green. I'm gonna do the monthly income, but I might do it in red because what's my other option here? What's my other option? I'm gonna try green. Let's see if we can see this. Okay, let's get into the monthly income of it all. It's not horrible. Monthly income. So I make $2,396 per paycheck. For right now, God willing, we have reviews, my job coming up, so hopefully I get a raise, but you know, life be lifing. So $2,396 is what I make, and I get paid bi-weekly, and I'm on salary. So this doesn't really change. So we're just gonna times that by 2, and we're gonna say Mo, little arrow, because I love a good arrow. You can hear how hard I write. That's gonna be $4,792. Now my husband is a little different. It's a little harder to, I don't know, guess his money because he works hourly, 1, and 2, so his hourly bi-weekly paycheck changes, and then 2, he gets a commission check, which is based on his sales and things like that. So I always worst case scenario him just so, you know, we can be on the safe side. So if we say he only makes $1,600 every 2 weeks, so we times that by 2, that's $3,200. My husband and I chit-chatted about this. He has an average of about $700 so for his commission check, so that's $3,900. Okay, I love a good arrow. I love a good arrow. Okay, so we're gonna say $3,900. When we add these bad babies together, we got $3,900 plus $4,792. That's $8,692. $8,692. This is a little bit more specific and exact, I feel like, compared to the last ones. So we're saying $8,692 is what we bring in monthly, right? But then we're also saying our monthly bills and expenses equate to $2,872. I'm gonna subtract just so I could be nosy. $2,872. So we're saying that we have about almost $6,000 extra worth of income right now. That money goes to student loans, if I'm being honest. And when we put money for student loans, we split it. We need to clearly, between student loans and IRAs, those are our 2 like main things that are extra money. I'm air quoting, but yes, extra money outside of bills and expenses actually goes to, okay? So this is where we are. I feel like we made some great progress. If we compare from May, we're definitely in the positive. So shout out to God and consistency, okay? God and consistency. When it comes to monthly income, we are actually projecting a little less, but we can, that's $8 off. So there's that. Our bills did go up about $22 compared to the month prior, which sucks, but what are we gonna do? I brought the life insurance down, but really it's the car insurance that, like I said, what are we gonna do about that? I think the best things we can do is continue to pay our student loans off and continue to give more to our 401ks, but also our IRAs. Right now, my husband contributes 9% to his 401k, and I contribute 9% to my 401k. So we're both contributing 9%. So we don't see that in our checks. Also, I don't know. I just feel like this is the best we could do. I don't know what else we probably could. I'm thinking it through. This is really all we can do. Just be consistent with paying down our student loans And simultaneously, I hate when people say you have to pay off your student loans or you have to pay off debt or save, like pick a struggle. I'm both of them, both. Please, can I take both struggles too? You know, number 2 to go, because if we can pay this down and give this now, that might mean we're not paying this down as much, especially now that we know that my husband's student loans are not gaining any interest because he was on the safe plan and then they put them on the forbearance. I don't know. I just did some research, and right now that interest that's not being accrued, it doesn't have an end date of when they're going to stop charging it. So I'm excited. I'm just going to use that and just try to pay down as much debt as possible. The year to get off of this would be 2026, 2027. The end of 2026, the top of 2027 is when we're planning on paying off our student loan debt. So we shall see. I'm so excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys did your own financial independence, retire early, mapping out, planning. I love writing the numbers down and seeing them and seeing if we made any success. We're actually not doing too much better in our monthly income. Bills are higher, assets are higher and better, and our liabilities are lower. So we made some progress, and then some stuff not so much. It's the circle of life. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in another one. Bye.